Global Warming History Essay. Essay on Global Warming History for students and children in English. Introduction. Global warming is a phenomenon that has been observed and studied for many years. It refers to the gradual increase in the Earth's surface temperature caused by the emission of greenhouse gases. In this essay, we will discuss the history of global warming and how it has evolved over time. Early observations. The history of global warming can be traced back to the early 19th century. In 1824, French physicist Joseph Fourier discovered that the Earth's atmosphere acted as a greenhouse by trapping heat from the sun. This theory was further developed in the late 19th century by Swedish chemist Svante Arrhenius, who calculated that doubling the amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere would increase the Earth's temperature by 5 to 6 degrees Celsius. Research in the 20th century. Research into global warming continued in the 20th century. In 1938, British engineer Guy Callender published a paper that linked rising temperatures to an increase in carbon dioxide emissions. In the 1950s, the US Weather Bureau began monitoring carbon dioxide levels in the atmosphere, and in 1958, scientist Charles Killing established a monitoring station in Hawaii that provided the first continuous measurement of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Impact of industrialization. The impact of industrialization on global warming became apparent in the 1960s and 1970s. The burning of fossil fuels, deforestation, and other human activities contributed to the increase in greenhouse gas emission. In 1972, the United Nations held the first conference on the human environment, which raised awareness about the impact of human activity on the environment, including global warming. Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change. In 1988, the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change (IPCC) was established to provide a scientific assessment of the impact of global warming. The IPCC is a joint initiative of the World Meteorological Organization and the United Nations Environment Programme, and has published numerous reports on the impact of global warming. Recent developments. In recent years, the impact of global warming has become more apparent. The Earth's temperature has increased by 1 degree Celsius since the pre-industrial era, and this has resulted in the melting of glaciers, rising sea levels, and changes in weather patterns. The Paris Agreement, signed in 2015, was a significant development in the fight against global warming. The agreement commits countries to reducing greenhouse gas emission to limit the increase in the Earth's temperature to below 2 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels. Conclusion. In conclusion, the history of global warming can be traced back to the early 19th century. Research into the impact of greenhouse gases on the Earth's temperature continued throughout the 20th century, and the impact of human activity on global warming became more apparent in the 1960s and 1970s. The establishment of the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change in 1988 marked a significant development in the fight against global warming, and recent developments, including the Paris Agreement, have brought the issue to the forefront of global politics. It is essential to continue studying the impact of global warming and taking action to reduce greenhouse gas emissions to ensure a sustainable future for generations to come.